may well be more akin to that Singaporeans are not willing to work in certain jobs at certain prices, and that the real discussion we need to be having is whether if more Singaporeans are employed and their wage demands are met. I'm talking more about the service sector, which is a hot button issue.
Which parts do you think should be protected?
Perhaps people who work at checkout counters in supermarkets, people who work at front desk positions.
I'm glad to say that you think the technology sector is not one of those which you think should be protected for Singaporeans, because if it did, I think the technology sector would die. And similarly, I mean, if you go to the IRs today, you'll find that they've created employment for many, many thousands of Singaporeans. What do? We work different sets of rules and which we can adjust to tighten or loosen the entry of foreign workers to Singapore. The two major tools that we use are the dependency ratios as well as the foreign worker levy. So in those industries where we allow foreign workers to come in, we set a certain ratio of foreign workers to Singaporeans, and we adjust that ratio so that the industry, those who are running the industries, feel that they have enough workers to be able to satisfy the standards and to remain competitive. And we also make sure that a certain proportion of Singaporeans continue to find employment in those industries. We also adjust the foreign worker levy. So the foreign worker levy actually provides a wage advantage, if you like, that favors the employment of Singaporeans versus foreign workers. That's actually, the government does that from time to time for two reasons. One is partially to protect Singaporeans, but also to encourage companies to make more productive use of workers so that they don't just depend on large numbers of cheap foreign labor in order to do something which they can do much more efficiently and effectively. Because we do recognize that there's only a limit to trying to expand that way. So that's the side where we actually sort of tilt the playing field, if you like, towards employment of Singaporeans. On the other side of the ledger, we also provide something called workfare. The other day I went to the petrol station in my constituency along Drive 1, and the uncle who is a pump attendant there came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm very happy. I just received my $1,000 worth of workfare." He gave me a big broad smile. Of course, that made my day. But that's the other side of the ledger in which we encourage Singaporeans to continue to work, and especially the more senior Singaporeans to continue to work. And if they do so, then we give them sort of something additional, which goes into their pockets but goes into their CPF accounts as well for their retirement and their Medisave. So we think that that's a better system because it also encourages more Singaporeans to come into the workforce and to continue to work and to remain active.